Hi everybody, how's everyone's week going? I hope everyone's having a good week and enjoying the weather, getting outside, just having a good week overall. I know my teacher people out there, you're getting close to your fall breaks, or else they've just happened depending on your school schedule. For everybody else, I hope you're able to take a little time off here and there just to enjoy it. I love the leaves come down and the pumpkins and everything. Sean and I got our pumpkins last weekend. We put up some decorations, even though we don't get to have our big Halloween party this year, but still want it to be festive. You can see even some of the decorations. I don't know if you guys see. See the living dead. Just fun stuff. Anywho, today we are making broccoli, cheese, and rice casserole. Love it. It's time for another episode of Cooking with Kaitlin. That's me. Enjoy. Alright, so we've got 2 cups of rice that we've rinsed and drained with 2 cups and a quarter of water. I'm going to put some salt on it, some pepper with it. Do a little oregano. Good seasoning, it'll go well with our other ingredients. You don't want the rice to wind up being just kind of bland. Everything we're going to add. Did you even have to guess? Garlic. Kind of just get some in there, but aim for a bit of the juice to go in. Oh, so yum. So yum. We're just going to give that a good stir. We're going to bring it up to a boil. We put it on more of a high, make sure it goes to a boil. Then we're going to turn it low, cover it with the top, and let it simmer about 18 to 20 minutes. But we're just giving it that time, getting those flavors in there. Just because, you know, if it's the broccoli, rice, and cheese casserole, that's one of the main 3 ingredients. And you want to make sure it's got good flavors so that you're not just like, oh, it's rice. Because you got to season your ingredients throughout, not just at the end, not just at the beginning. You want to get good seasoning and flavoring going the whole time. All right, so we'll check back when this is done. Remember, bring it to a boil, cover, let simmer. Maybe we'll check in at a few of those steps. Right, and while our rice is cooking, we're going to start prepping some of our other ingredients. I'm actually going to get an onion in this. So we're going to get that chopped up. Peel has been washed. Just got to get it peeled and chopped now. But what things have y'all been up to? What fun fall moments are y'all having? How are y'all adapting for this season with all the different things going on? I said we could never party, but we still decorated, not quite to the extent we would have for a party, but it's still nice. Festive feeling. Like I said, we went to a pumpkin patch. Wore masks, except for one little photo op moment. But it still felt really normal to go get pumpkins for the fall. To support one of the local groups' pumpkin patches. Always good to support local when you can. Okay, so just gonna keep chopping while I get the other half. We'll check back in a minute. All right, so we've got our skillet over on this side. About 2 tablespoons of butter we're going to melt. Those onions we chopped up, we're going to lightly saute them. Just get them tender for the casserole. Season on that. Turning this on, it's got 2 burns going. But yeah, we are just melting the butter, and then we're going to tenderize our onions. I'll check back in a sec. Alright, the butter is melted. Salt it a little. Pepper. And then you already know. Just gonna put a little garlic. Just put a little garlic. There we go. You just can't go wrong with the garlic. You can't. Alright, so see we did our salt, pepper, and garlic, and now we're just stirring it around, making sure everything's evenly coated. We're just going to let it cook about 3 to 5 minutes until the onions get tender. Right, so we'll check back in a little bit. Right, so we can see they're getting nice and tender, so we're going to take them off. We'll take them over to the big bowl. Move you guys 1 second. Alright guys, so we are now done. The rice is ready to come out. That's good. Just give it a stir to come out of the pot. Get it into the bowl. There it is, nice and flavorful. There are those onions. Oh, so nice and done. Looking real good. Oh my gosh, they just smell so good. Onions, garlic, and butter. Like, do you need anything else for a recipe? You don't. I mean, you probably do. But get those starting to mix. Alright, and it is broccoli. So we just did frozen broccoli that we thawed and drained. About 4 cups. So nice, rich broccoli. I know some people do not like it as much, but if you don't, then why would you be making this casserole? Alright. Getting all this stirred. Oh, and I just realized I'm going to preheat the oven to 350. And I have pre-greased my casserole dish so that it is set and ready to go when this gets all mixed up real well. Alright, we're doing 2 cups of cheddar, shredded cheddar, a can of cream of mushroom, got the heart healthy kind. Let me get my little scraper. And I'll be honest, I kind of tweaked around a recipe to make it a bit more filling, a bit more on the veggie side. So I'm going to see how it does moisture-wise, and if it seems like it's a little too dense, then I'm going to add some cream, or not some cream, chicken broth. Do it just to make sure it stays moist as it cooks. You're gonna see how it does just mixing up. Dropped a little. Good. That's mainly good. I'm just going to do just a splash. Measure it. Just won't do too much. I'm just going to do about 1/3 of a cup. Just to make sure. You could do vegetable broth, probably beef broth. There we go. I just typically always have chicken broth, so that's what I use. All right, it's looking good. Let me get the casserole dish one sec. All right, now we're going to spoon our casserole into our dish. Getting every last little bit out of there. Good. Done. Even it out. Whoops, guys. I am sorry. Knocked you 2 or 3 times. Perfect timing. It's all preheated now. Double check on how long to bake. I want to say it's 20 minutes, but I want to make sure. Yep, 20 to 25 minutes. And then we'll probably sprinkle on some cheese with about 5 minutes to go, just to let it kind of just melt and crisp up right then. All right, let's get it in the oven. And set our timer. Check back in a little bit.
It's looking so good. We're going to sorry guys, there's just not the easiest way to do this without an assistant with me today. To remember such things in the future that I will need a guest chef. Alright, so just going to sprinkle some cheese on the top. Okay. Just doing that, going to let it melt. So we're just going to cook it for a couple minutes, and then it'll be ready to come out, so we'll check back. Did the melt for about 2.5 minutes, and then we broiled it on low for 2.5 minutes. So we've got that nice crunchy top with the cheese. Looks and smells so good. Bon appetit.